For more than a decade, the world has known RM as the charismatic leader of BTS, commanding massive stages and captivating millions of fans across Asia, Europe, and the Americas. Yet on June 20th, the BTS frontman embraced a title unlike any he has held before, the first-ever global ambassador in the history of the National Museum of Korea. This is far more than a ceremonial appointment or a publicity collaboration. Behind this unprecedented decision lies a larger story, one that reflects how South Korea is redefining the way it presents its cultural identity to the world in the 21st century. RM, from music icon to cultural icon. When people think of BTS, they often think of record-breaking albums, sold-out stadium tours, and unparalleled global influence. RM, however, has long distinguished himself through a different passion. While many celebrities are closely associated with luxury fashion and commercial endorsements, RM has become equally famous for his love of museums, art exhibitions, and cultural institutions. Photos of him quietly admiring paintings, exploring galleries, and sharing reflections on art have become familiar to fans around the globe. What makes this particularly significant is that his interest in art and culture has never appeared to be a carefully crafted image. Instead, it stems from a genuine personal passion that has remained consistent throughout his career. For this reason, the National Museum of Korea's decision to appoint RM was met with admiration rather than surprise. Many cultural observers view the move as official recognition of his long-standing efforts to promote Korean culture and artistic appreciation both domestically and internationally. A decision that carries historic weight. As Korea's premier national museum, the National Museum of Korea serves as a guardian of the nation's most treasured historical and artistic achievements. Its collections encompass thousands of years of Korean history, preserving artifacts that tell the story of an entire civilization. Despite its prestige and influence, the museum had never before appointed an official global ambassador. RM's selection signals a significant shift in how cultural institutions engage with international audiences. Traditionally, museums relied on academic exhibitions, scholarly research, and institutional outreach to spread awareness of cultural heritage. Today, however, museums increasingly recognize that influential global figures can introduce history and art to younger generations in ways that traditional methods often cannot. In this context, RM is not simply representing a museum. He is becoming a bridge between history and modernity. When museums enter the BTS era. According to the museum, RM recently toured several exhibitions alongside museum director Yoo Hong-joon, including the special exhibition Amazing Thailand, masterpieces of Thai art, and the themed exhibition Danwon Kim Hong-do, Painting an Era. What stands out is that this was not a routine ceremonial visit. Images and reports from the visit show RM carefully examining exhibits, listening attentively to explanations, and engaging with the historical and artistic significance of the collections. These moments reveal an important truth. RM approaches museums not as a celebrity fulfilling an obligation, but as a genuine enthusiast deeply invested in the stories behind the artifacts. That authenticity is precisely what gives his ambassadorship extraordinary potential. Fans are not merely watching their favorite artist promote a cultural institution. They are witnessing a personal passion transformed into a meaningful public mission. A new form of Korean soft power. For years, discussions about the Korean wave, or Hallyu, have centered primarily on music, television dramas, cinema, and fashion. RM's appointment suggests that South Korea is entering a new phase, one in which the immense influence of popular culture is leveraged to introduce international audiences to the nation's deeper historical and cultural foundations. Rather than discovering Korea solely through BTS songs or global chart success, fans now have an opportunity to explore traditional Korean art, historical artifacts, and centuries-old cultural narratives through an artist they already admire and trust. This represents one of the most effective forms of cultural diplomacy imaginable. It is not driven by formal campaigns or official messaging. Instead, it grows naturally from curiosity, inspiration, and emotional connection. When millions of people become interested in museums because of RM, they are also becoming interested in the history and identity that those museums preserve. The beginning of a new chapter. As BTS continues to captivate audiences worldwide through its Eraring World Tour, RM is simultaneously embarking on an entirely new chapter in his personal journey. If BTS helped transform K-pop into a global phenomenon, RM now appears poised to pursue an even broader mission, helping the world understand Korea beyond entertainment. That is why this appointment extends far beyond a prestigious title. It marks the moment when an artist transcends the boundaries of the music industry and becomes a storyteller for an entire culture. Years from now, RM may be remembered not only as the leader of BTS or one of the most influential musicians of his generation. He may also be recognized as one of the key figures who helped bring Korean cultural heritage closer to global audiences and demonstrated that modern pop culture and ancient history can coexist in powerful and meaningful ways. In an era when cultural influence increasingly shapes international perception, RM's historic appointment serves as a reminder that the strongest ambassadors are often those who genuinely believe in the stories they are chosen to tell.